Did you know that there are businesses that will pay you hundreds of dollars to write an email that takes like 20 minutes? Yes, this is actually a thing. This is exactly what I did to make between $10,000 and $20,000 a month when I was 21, just being a freelance copywriter. And it's what all of my students are doing to hit 5 figures a month with no college degree. And what's even crazier is people who are making 5 figures a month, i.e. $10,000 plus per month with this, have only been in the game, some of them for like a few months. This video is gonna explain why businesses are paying regular ass people hundreds of dollars to just write a 250 word email. Record scratch. Let's go back to a TikTok I made a couple months ago where I was talking about how I made $340 in 22 minutes just by writing an email. And before you get confused, let me just say this isn't an email that you're writing to like a coworker or to your boss or to your professor, like communication emails. These are marketing emails. These are emails that I am trained to write for businesses so that people will buy their stuff. I've been writing for this client for like 3 years, and in that time, he's collected over 100,000 people who want to hear more of what he's talking about, who want to buy the stuff he's selling. Just they want to be on his list. Anytime you see like free ebooks that you can like click and download as long as you give your name, email, number, that's basically what he did over time, hundreds of thousands of people. He's got a big list now. So these business owners are snatching up emails over time, and then each email gets added to a master list in one of these tools like Klaviyo, ConvertKit, Beehive, SendLane, shout out Jimmy Kim. And once these people are added to these programs, these big master lists, you can send emails anytime you want to these people. Anytime you feel like saying something, you can just queue it up, send it out, and within seconds, over 100,000 people will get your message. Let me give you a practical example of what this looks like to help you kind of understand. In another TikTok that I made about writing emails, the guy I was writing for was Alex Hyde. So he's got a few different things that he sells, but the main thing right now is he teaches business owners how to build their own SaaS product. Hayden has a few different offers that he sells to his email list, but the main thing that I wrote for was his incubator. We're gonna talk more about this later because people are gonna ask, do you need to do a bunch of research? Do you need to know everything about your client's offer before you can, be qualified to write copy for them? And I will tell you, I don't really know what an incubator is. And I'm also not really sure how you build a SaaS with no code. So I was flying blind, but because I'm him, I was able to write an email and it did very well for him. So how did Hayden get this list of people? The way that I understand it is my boy Hayden has a special talent for making Instagram reels. And sometimes he'll blow up, and anytime he blows up, people will go to his bio, go to the link, sign up for his newsletter, and then he owns their data. So for the email that I was hired to write for Alex Hayden, it's not just any old email. This is an email where he's trying to make some money. For most of his emails, I'm pretty sure he writes those himself. But my job as a copywriter is to draw revenue from the sky. So he's trying to sell this incubator, and my job was to make it sound like the greatest thing in the world, which honestly, mission accomplished. Now, no offense to Hayden, but he's not unique or special. Just like Hayden, there are thousands of business owners that have massive lists of people who are ready to spend money on them, and they need to hire a copywriter to inspire those people on the list to throw that cash at them like it's Christmas. In my opinion, my humble opinion, the best type of people to write for are people that sell info products. This is courses, coaching, anything education related. Anytime it's a digital product where you buy it, you get it immediately because it's just information, it just shows up on your computer screen. Those are the best people to write for. Now the reason info product people are the best to write for is because their products are pretty expensive. So if you send an email and you only make 2 sales, that could be $2,000, which is a job well done for a copywriter. The founders are also usually pretty chill. Like I've never really met a stressed out info product owner, and they understand the value of good copy and good emails, and they know what they want and they want it from you. You've probably seen these people on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. Sometimes they got a Lambo, sometimes they threaten to steal your girl and there's nothing you can do about it. You know the type. If you didn't already know, these people are putting out big boy numbers with their programs. I'm talking like the ones who are only making $100K a month with their programs are considered brokies, and the ones who are doing real numbers are sometimes up to $1 to $5 million a month. So ask yourself, do they have $2,000 sitting around in the bank that they can use to hire a copywriter, or maybe a little more? The answer is yeah. Obviously, a lot of these business owners have people already who are writing their emails, but there's plenty that don't, and you could beat out the ones that are already working. This is where you come in as a copywriter. Your pitch to them is going to be that you can help them make more money because you're a good copywriter. And on your end, it's really not that much work. As you saw in the video, me writing my email for Hayden, it took me 28 minutes, and the finished product was pretty solid. Like I said, these are not 50-page MLA formatted essays like you had to write in school or like you're going to have to write if you're currently a child. I'm telling you, the best performing emails, some of them that I've ever written, are like 100 words or less. Sometimes the shorter the better, where you don't need to hit a word count All you gotta do is get an idea across and make people really wanna buy the thing that you're trying to sell. I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking. You've been in the money content space for a while, and every single time someone comes up with a new way to make money, alarms start going off in your head. Because let's be real, literally anyone can just make up some dumb shit, some new way for you to make money, and then they can monetize that on their end. And very few people actually have proof that they've made money doing the thing that they're talking about. I've met exactly 0 people who have ever made money with an AI automation agency. You have the right to say that it's fake and that it's not a real thing and that it's not gonna work, because that's exactly what I said 3 years ago before I started my journey. Until I saw people who were my age or younger making $10,000 a month doing copywriting, I didn't believe it. I want you to have that same experience without having to force it down your throat. So I'm just gonna rattle off some people off the dome that I know are crushing with email copywriting. I'm gonna start with my brother Griffin, who I really don't talk about much, but I should. He's absolutely ripping right now, just bought his dream car. He hit 50K a month at 21 years old. Stay tuned for this interview that's coming out with him because it's gonna be dropping soon. There's also Mao, who's not making 10K a month, but he's damn close. And he'd rather spend all of his time hanging out around the world, traveling, DJing, making music, doing what he wants to do. You also have Bo, who's probably one of the busiest people that I've ever met. Like, is a full-time student in med school, plays like college basketball at a high level, and is about to hit 20K a month after one more deal closes, probably in the next couple weeks, and then I'm gonna get an interview for you on that one too. So if Bo can find the time to make 20K a month doing copywriting, probably pushing 80 hours a week, then you can too. This is not a complicated business by any means. I'm writing emails. I am not curing cancer. It's not rocket science. I'm writing emails, bro. The hardest part about it, honestly, is not the actual work itself. The work itself is really, really easy. Being straight up, the hardest part is getting clients. Obviously, just like any business, the hardest part is getting money in. That first client's gonna take you probably some time to get to. But if you're curious about how to get started and get going with this, if you click the link in the description, there's another video that's gonna teach everything you need to know, okay? Thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.